All of Us Strangers examines profound grief and love through a fantastical lens that is always grounded on human emotion. And it was certainly director, writer Andrew Haigh who was up for the challenge of telling such a multi-layered, complex, emotionally devastating tale. He is no stranger to emotional films and TV. After all, he was the executive producer on HBO's Looking the movie, and that devastating, sad movie, Lean on Pete. No stranger to making us want to cry. Now, All of Us Strangers is about two men, Adam and Harry, and one night in Adam's near-empty tower block in contemporary London, Adam has a chance encounter with a mysterious neighbor, Harry, played by Paul Mescal, and Adam is played by Andrew Scott. Now, this interaction punctures the rhythm of Adam's everyday life, and as a relation develops between them, Adam is preoccupied with memories of the past and finds himself drawn back to the suburban town in which he grew up and the childhood home where his parents appear to be back alive as they were on the day they died 30 years before. Now, this film really deep dives into the solo experience of grief and how all-consuming it can be, almost to the point where you completely miss out on your present life because you're so preoccupied dealing with the ramifications of trauma and grief. It also asks the question, if you could have a couple of days or several conversations with people that you've lost to death, what would those conversations look like? What would you talk about? How would you catch up? How would you say the things that you needed to say? And also in terms of opening up your heart to new people, especially to romantic love interests, how willing are you able to do that when you're basically swallowed up with grief? And this movie wastes no time in jumping to those themes. It's a very sad movie, but director Andrew Haigh is careful to put a ray of hope inside of that sadness. And I will say it is not for the faint of heart. There are some very triggering themes here. I definitely thought I had the theater to myself. When the movie started, there was an older man and I think his daughter sitting in front of me, but because of the graphic depictions of gay sex, I knew that they would leave, and sure enough, they did. So then I had the entire theater to cry and be a mess in by myself. Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal and Jamie Bell and Claire Foy completely steal the show in this just amazingly casted film. And it's super true to its source material and does not shy away from being super transparent about these emotions and juggling them and trying to function as an adult when you're hurting so deeply inside. Being empathetic and opening your heart to love and really taking care of each other is a central message here, and not being so wrapped up in our own pain that not only do we not see the pain of others, but we also might close ourselves off from the love and the joy that exists in having new relationships come your way. This movie was super heavy. It's taken me a few days to articulate what I wanted to say, and I don't even think I said it the way I wanted to, but check out All of Us Strangers. It's a beautiful film.